Reception. The Army makes recruits stay at a hotel the night before they fly to basic training. This is to ensure a timely arrival for their flight, and no deserters. Among the dozens or so other recruits saying goodbye to their families, mine stands across from me. Heather has to work, so she can't be here. Last night she gave me a kiss, told me she'd be waiting. In the lobby, my father shakes my hand and hugs me like a man. My mother gives me a kiss and hugs me like her baby. My little sister Reagan gives me a kiss, tells me to be strong. They tell me they're proud of me. I say, okay. They tell me to call or write as soon as I can. I say, okay. I'll miss you, I love you, we say. I find my room, I lay on the bed and wait until the 4:30 wake-up call. Maybe I sleep. At 5 a.m., a bus takes us to Albany International Airport, where we board a plane and say goodbye to life as we know it. After landing in Missouri, I am squeezed onto a bus with 50 other people, mostly teenagers like myself from all over the U.S. Not much is said as the bus bounces along the highway from the airport to the Army post. Some of us have books, some have CD players. I don't have anything. I sit in my seat wondering what to expect. I wonder if the Army will change me as much as everyone says. Driving onto post, I notice how mundane all the buildings look. Everything is exactly the same, perfect rectangles made of brick sitting on perfectly mowed lawns with perfectly straight hedgerows. We stop at one of the large brick buildings, and my mind races with questions. Will they be screaming drill sergeants? Will I be able to handle myself? Is everyone else as nervous as I am? A young woman in Army fatigue steps on the bus and tells us to get our IDs and follow her. So far, so good. Is this a trick? I wonder if the drill sergeants are waiting inside the building for us, just waiting like snakes under brush. I stand up and follow the crowd. When we get inside, the young woman tells us, this is reception. You'll be here for 1 week. Reception is a week of in-processing. There are drill sergeants walking around, but only to keep us in line. A true drill sergeant thrashing is rare. Reception is the Army jargon meaning week-long basic training bureaucracy. It's where we do paperwork, get our uniforms, do more paperwork, get our hair cut, more paperwork, get our training gear, more paperwork, get a shot in our left arm, 2 shots in our right arm, blood drawn from the inside of our elbow, a tuberculosis test on our forearm, and a horrible injection in the top of our ass that bruises for 3 days. We can't talk during reception. We are pieces of equipment on an assembly line. It sounds fast-paced, but in reality, reception is very slow. There are a lot of recruits in process, and waiting is how we spend most of our time. So, as we wait to do more paperwork, or wait for our next meal, or for our next inoculation, we read our smart books. The Smart Book is a 2-inch thick Army manual we carry in our cargo pockets. It contains all the necessary knowledge a recruit must know in order to graduate from basic training. It has everything from the Army's rank structure to proper marching technique to clearing a weapons jam to the phonetic alphabet. If our Smart Book is not on our person, we might as well have forgotten to wear pants. To witness a true drill sergeant thrashing, just forget your Smart Book. Reception. Picture rooms with white concrete blocks for walls and green tiled floors. There's a horde of greasy high school graduates with all their hair cut off their heads. Half of them are standing in line waiting to enter a processing room. The other half are sitting on benches, waiting to wait in the line that's waiting to enter another room, only to come out and wait some more. All these teens are dressed in the same green, tan, and black camouflage, wearing the same shiny black shoes. Their bald heads are buried in the same gray, spiral-bound Army manuals. Even when there's free time, when we get back to our enormous sleeping bay and can relax and read a book or write a letter home, it feels like waiting. The bay is filled with bunk beds and wall lockers and snoring men, and every night, 2 or 3 times a night, the fluorescent lights flip on and dozens of new recruits wash in and join the party. So even sleeping is like waiting for the next set of nervous teens to wake us up and fumble around on their squeaky mattresses. If this isn't the longest week of my life, then kill me now. With each day, the anticipation for basic training grows until it feels like a whitehead ready to explode. Each day feels like the end will never come. I haven't even started basic training and I already want to quit, to tell the Army to shove that stupid book up its ass, but I don't feel any smarter. Finally, the last day of reception arrives. I pack all my gear into a green duffel bag and meet the rest of the company in front of the barracks. A company is a group of about 200 soldiers. Our newly issued military IDs and our dog tags are checked, and then we're stuffed into cattle-carrying cars. The line progresses as one cattle car fills up. The giant sliding door rattles shut, and the truck pulling the cattle car drives off. A second one fills, closes, and leaves, and a third. I step onto the fourth. When everyone is loaded, the door slides shut, and the cattle car takes off. Sardines aren't packed this close. Except for the bouncing and squeaking, the ride is long and silent. The inside is dark, shielded. There are no windows. The Army doesn't want us to know our way back. But there are small holes near the roof, breathing holes so the cattle don't suffocate. Sunlight shines through these holes, casting dusty rays across our paralyzed faces, stuck like dents in ice cubes, too scared to melt. Somewhere there are angry drill sergeants just waiting for us to unload. I can feel my heartbeat in my throat, and I wonder if this is what it's like on the way to a combat zone. We know we're approaching in our new barracks when we hear the muffled booms of drill sergeants screaming at those privates who've already stopped and unloaded. Our brakes squeal, the cattle car stops. We look at one another, wondering if we're supposed to get out or if we're supposed to be let out. We've spent a week waiting to be told what to do and where to go, so we wait. The rattling door flies open, showering us in sunlight, and 3 drill sergeants demand to know what the hell we are waiting for. There's a mad rush, and my brand new combat boots don't even touch the ground before a drill sergeant is in my face. The brim of his brown and round hat pecks at my nose. "Why are you touching my hat, Private?" he screams, veins throbbing. "Sorry, drill sergeant," I say. "Oh, so I'm a sorry drill sergeant?" "No, drill sergeant." "Don't you ever tell me no, Private." "Yes, drill sergeant." The scene is chaos. Panicky privates run around like cockroaches when the kitchen light turns on. Drill sergeants are the feet trying to stomp at them. "Move faster, stand here, run there, find a spot in formation, get moving, faster, shut up." "Yes, drill sergeant," I said. "Shut up." The first smell of basic training is humid rubber. That's the pit. The pit is a depression the size of a football field stuck between 4 brick barracks. 4 companies of privates learning to become soldiers. We are the newest of the 4 companies, and we run around like the lost, scared wannabe soldiers that we are. The pit smells like rubber because it's filled with chopped tire pieces. It is soft and squishy and vile. The Army's recycling program. I take my place in the pit as part of a wide formation, 15 feet between each private. The shouts of the drill sergeants echo off the 4 surrounding barracks, and the resulting sound is an avalanche. I stand and listen to one drill sergeant up front with a megaphone, trying to shut out the roar of dozens of other drill sergeants coming from all directions. The drill sergeant with the megaphone yells at us, tells us all about the position of attention, and another screams in my face because I'm not doing it right. They tell us we're worthless, that Mommy ain't here, and that we are no different than any other rotting piece of compost in Army fatigues. They tell us we're not wanted, that our recruiters lied to us, and that we should just go home. And the privates just stand there, taking it as drill sergeant with the megaphone tells us that our asses belong to him, and not even God himself can save us now.